Okay, this is my first shot at putting together an unboxing or upgrade video of any type for an RC item. This is my Arrma Raider. I got this last February. This is the Mega series, which has the brushed power system in it. Tower Hobbies had a smoking deal on RC gear, their brushless system. They had so I picked one with a 4550 kV motor, and it arrived today. So I'm going to start the process of going through the upgrade and see how it goes. Okay, so this is part of the intro to my Arrma Raider brushless upgrade. It originally came with this 15-turn motor. I got about 3 runs out of it, and I didn't know what I was doing. I burned it out right away. So went to the local hobby store while I was waiting for a replacement to arrive, and I got a Traxxas 12-turn 550 tin can, and I got a lot more power out of it than I did out of this 15-turn. These are the original Arrma tires that came on that ran with the 15-turn motor. So they're running at about 3 1/4 inches in diameter. When I went to the Traxxas 12-turn motor, all these things did was spin and dig holes in the dirt. So I went back to the store and I got some larger tires. These are about 4 1/4 in diameter. This is effectively gearing it up because I didn't change any of the other gears. So I can feel the car goes a whole lot faster. I get a lot more speed out of it, or top end speed. The other pieces with the 12-turn motor is I didn't feel any type of loss off of acceleration. If I had felt the loss of acceleration, then I think I would have started messing with the gearing. But as it is, I like how this performs with these larger tires, and I hope that with this brushless motor, it's 4500 kV, so I'm hoping I can keep the gearing the same, keep these tires here, and pick up both acceleration and top end, but that's yet to be seen. So. Okay, so here's my package that arrived today from Tower Hobbies. This is the brushless system from RC Gear. In here is the motor and the ESC, which was 1 unit, and they were running that out for 65 bucks essentially. Then along with that, it was recommended to get this programming card. Don't know how this works or how you connect it, but I'm sure that'll be fun to figure out. Then I noticed when I looked at the photograph online at Tower Hobbies that the leads, the electrical leads that came out from the ESC were just blank. So I also bought some Dean's plugs that I'll have to connect so that I can get a power supply to the ESC. So that's everything that came in the box. And okay, so we'll start off with the brushless motor. It's in a nice package. It has foam, looks like it protected it well. It includes the motor, 4-pole 4550 kV, also has some connectors. Comparing that to the motor that it's going to replace, looks like it should fit inside the same spot. Uh, 1.9 inches to 1.9 inches. The diameter is 1.4 to 1.4. So shaft is this. Looks to be the same diameter, not measuring over the flat but just the round part, 0.125, and then looking at the 0.125, so there will be no modifications in regards to the motor. Okay, so I won't bore you with the part where I do the disassembly and so on. Have to take the motor out and cover off. Top will have to come off along with the body. Here's the current ESC and connector. Then once I get all this off, start seeing what I have to change. What else has to come off? So now it's time to roll up the sleeves and get to work. Okay, so we're back. I've since done some of the soldering. Soldered the connectors onto the motor from the wires I left. The ESC is marked with an A, B, and a C, and it's a black and white picture, so you have to infer that the blue is A, and then the yellow is B, and the orange is C. I just put electrical tape on right here instead of bringing up the shrink tubing, because I would like to test it and make sure it's all spinning the right way, and then once I'm confident that I have all my connections correct, then I'll go ahead and finish off with the shrink tubing. This is the on-off switch. Then, according to the instructions, you're supposed to hook into the receiver. So that's this wire here, the white, red, black. Then, of course, I just happen to have, this is the NIM that came with the car, so I gave it a little bit of a charge, just long enough to get some juice in here so I can test things out. So I've got the remote on. Always turn your remote on first. So turn the switch on here. So that's a good sign. My servo went back and forth. You can see the fan is, and hear the fan is running pretty good, getting up to speed. So there's so much torque in the motor that it's just spinning like crazy. So it's working both directions. So there's reverse, there's forward, then there's the brake going backward, there's reverse. So it looks like I've got all my connections in pretty good shape, so I think now I'm ready to start anchoring it down. That's going to pose a few other problems in and of themselves. This was the original ESC, and you can see it's got these lobes, and they connect on down. The screws connect it and hold it down, and there's a stop here. So as far as how to get this one to stay down, I guess I'll have to jerry-rig something up. It seems like it holds into place fairly well. So what I was going to try to do, I don't know how well it'll go, I was going to try and drill this out and then drill a hole in the other side. I don't want to come across the top because I don't want to lose the cooling air. And then see if I can use a tie strap to hold it into place and give it sort of a backwards pull, and use the receiver body or receiver holder to firm it up in one direction, and then by pulling it at this angle it should firm it up from side to side and then front to back.